Hey yo, what's up guys? Ryan Miller checking in for GST's YQMA, episode number 66 today. Today's question comes to us from John P. And what he is wondering is he wants to know how to come back from a long-term break from the gym. This isn't a month-long break, this is a year-long break for him. And he's got some concerns that he's not going to be as strong as he was in the past. He needs to know just where to start off, what type of method to take to make sure that he comes back safe, injury-free, and also that he efficiently gains his strength and his size back in the process. What we have to start talking about with this video is that we have to know that when you come back from a long-term break, like John's, you're not going to expect to come back and hit your old PRs right off the bat. You're not going to look in your journal and pick up right where you left off. The main thing, and we can keep this approach to coming back real simple, and no matter that, it doesn't matter that it's simple, it's still extremely effective, and it's going to be the most effective way to come back off of a long-term break period from the gym. What you have to do is you want to treat every exercise as if you are a newbie or a rookie. You want to come into the gym and you want to take the time, usually a week, to get through all of your individual training sessions. You want to take the time to go through each one of those sessions and just have fun with each exercise, testing for weights that are challenging in the rep range that your program is prescribing for each exercise. So if your program is prescribing an exercise to be done for 4 sets of 5 reps, getting a little strength training in with that one, what you want to do is you want to go in and you want to find weights that are challenging in that 5 rep range. You don't need to be hitting sets to failure during this time of getting back into things. Hitting sets to failure right away, it's just going to produce unneeded soreness. You're going to be more sore than you have to be, and it's not going to do anything for you to be pushing yourself to failure anyways. And so be smart with this. Keep your sets 1 to 2 reps shy of failure. Make sure that they're challenging, and make sure that they're challenging for the number of reps that you're going to be doing in your program for each exercise. That's pretty important. It's not going to do you any good to find a 10 rep challenging weight for an exercise that you're going to be hitting for 5 reps. So you need to keep that in mind. What it really comes down to is just following the simple concept for all of the exercises in your programming. And what I'm assuming here is I'm assuming that you're using a laid out program. I'm assuming that you're not winging it. And I really only want to talk to people that are using programming anyways, because people that are winging it, honestly, they're wasting time and they're going to be wasting the effort of the person that's trying to help them. It's just not the best way to go about it. And so I'm speaking to people out there that are more serious about their training and they're actually using a laid out program, meaning that before they get into the gym, they know what they're going to do that day. They have a plan, a map. Their guessing games are removed. That's what training, serious training, to really get things accomplished is all about, is having that map laid out in front of you before you walk through those gym doors. So when you have that programming laid out, it's going to tell you you're going to do this exercise, this many sets for this many reps. And it's going to do that for every single exercise in your entire program. If it's not doing that, it's missing components and it's leaving you guessing. Good programming doesn't leave you guessing on what to do. So keep the simple concept in mind. Go in, take a week of trial and error, experimentation, work on finding challenging weights for each exercise in the rep ranges or in the rep range that you're going to be doing in that program. Now, if your program calls for multiple rep ranges on multiple weeks, let's say 1 week is a low rep week, the next week is a medium rep week, what you can do is when you hit that medium rep week on the second week, just play around that week too. Go in, and the first time you're doing each rep range of the program for each exercise of the program, let that first time just be your trial and error, your experimentation phase, where you're coming up with those challenging weights that from that point on, all you're going to do is you're going to try to improve on those. So the first time you do an exercise for any rep range, it's an experimentation, it's a trial and error. Find challenging weights for that rep range, 1 to 2 reps shy of failure. No need to be going to failure during this time period at all. Forget about it. You're getting back into it. You're treating yourself like a newbie and a rookie. Don't worry about failure. So John, just keep it real simple in the gym. I don't want you to be going in there guns a-blazing, hitting failure on every set, using weights that you shouldn't be using, pushing yourself beyond proper form. You don't want to do that stuff. I just want to make that clear, because you're off for an injury and you don't want to come back off from an injury and get injured again right away. I mean, that would be definitely getting kicked when you're down. And so make it injury free and be smart with your training. So John, follow that simple rule. Get back into the gym. Let your muscle memory kick in and bring you back up to the places where you've been in the past real quick through smart progressions. Whenever you can move up in weight, make that progression. Thanks again, John. I appreciate your question. If anybody has follow-ups on this topic, feel free to email me, ryan@growthstimuloustraining.com. You can always find me on Facebook under Ryan Smith Miller. I thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday night. As always, I appreciate those views.